We'll just try it and hope for the best. I've got a slight echo in my headphones. Hey there. What's going? You know what? I probably ought to take these off. Hopefully I'm on the right channel. I hope I switched the stream key correctly, and oh God, I hope this works. It looks like it's working right now, even though I don't see any picture whatsoever. That can't be good. Hopefully a picture will appear at some point. I mean, the camera is working, right? It is working, right? What if it's only the audio? That would be insane. You know what? Let me try to pull this up on my phone. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Shout out to you guys. I figured I would do another live stream today. Oh, there it goes. There's the picture right there. Because I had a lot of fun doing yesterday's live stream here on Joe Does Stuff. So I figured, why not? Let's do another one. Now, I'm just getting in for the day. It's about 3 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock my time. A lot to share with you about today. A lot to share with you in general. Hence the fact that I've titled this, I was going to say Bobo, live stream. Joe talks about stuff. I think it's fitting. Man, shout out to everybody up in here. You guys are awesome. Thank you for taking the time on this Friday. I hope your Friday has been going off without a hitch, and I hope you're ready for the weekend. Super Trump 2024. I see you right there. Dab, what's going on with you? Good afternoon to you. Christina, I see you right there. Mr. Green, what's going on with you? First one up in here. Yes, you are. James, the AC must be off. You sweaty? I'm not sweaty, actually. It's actually quite mild in my local area. I did turn the AC off, of course, for audio purposes here. But I think the light is just beaming off of my forehead. I'm glowing, maybe, but not sweaty. Thank you for asking, even though you didn't ask, you said so. Hey, Mass One, what's going up? Long time. Andrew, what's going on? Shout out to you from South Africa, man. It is crazy how many people tune in from how many different places. Shout out to you guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to rock with me on this. So like I said, I thought I was going to do a live stream, an IRL live stream from the job today. I did that yesterday, did it in portrait mode. Probably should be doing landscape mode from now on. But it felt like it was going to be the same old song and dance. I'm in another apartment. Hey, here's what's going on. Joe is literally just walking around live streaming, and these guys are doing work. It didn't feel right today. Now, I almost did a mukbang. I think that's what you call it. I was going to do a live stream while I was eating lunch. And then I had every intention of taking the drone out and going and pestering people, terrorizing them. But it was a little too windy for that. I was going to live stream all about that. I never made it happen because of the wind gusts. And maybe the wind was trying to tell me something. Joe, that's probably not a good idea. It's probably not a good idea to take this drone out and to go pestering people with it. Hey, Susan, shout out to you. Thank you very much for that. Truly means a lot. You've been rocking with me for a long time, and really appreciate having you in here. As with everybody else, Sunday, I see you right there. Arizona, what's going on? Nathan says, Joe got the afterglow going. Thank you. Like I said, the light's beaming off the forehead a little bit. Chucky, what's going on? I see you right there. Caleb, what's going on? Shout out to you in Canada. Donnie, Winnipeg, what's going on? Who was telling me yesterday to take Philly -6? I really want to harp on that for a second because I said that was no good. I didn't feel good about that. I said Minnesota, I don't know. And I'm talking about the football game that was on last night, Philadelphia Eagles, Minnesota Vikings. Somebody was telling me to bet that game, take Philly -6. That means Philly would have had to win by 7. And it was looking great at first, just like it was the week prior. And then, of course, Philly's defense failed them. Again, Minnesota almost came back and won that game. Kirk Cousins had 4 passing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, who I thought was one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now, he had 1 touchdown yesterday. The game ended up being 34-28. It was a 6-point difference in the spread. The line tied, so nobody lost unless the line ended up being 6.5, which it probably was by kickoff. Meaning that if it, ended up being 6 points, everybody would have lost. But Philly did not cover last night. Philly is not looking like Philly from last year. I hate to be the one to say it, but It's just not looking good. Anyways, enough football talk. Keith, what's going on? Shout out to Tennessee. I see you right there. Somebody. Oh, shit, I got to take this call. What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. Hey, I was just going through my wallet. How much did you give me this morning?
200.
Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? I thought you might have gave me a little bit more. That's all.
Oh, you had some extra money in there? Well, shit, I hope I didn't give you no extra.
On accident, you gave me more. You know what I mean? Because I had an extra 50 in there that fucking I didn't think I had in there, and I was just making sure that you weren't missing any money.
No, I'm good. I was able to pay everybody, and everything worked out. So that might have been the Tooth Fairy.
Okay, I was just making sure, bro, you weren't missing nothing.
All right, man. Hey, I appreciate it. Let me know when you get done, all right?
Yeah, buddy, I'm getting ready to roll this last closet out and then get on my kicks to bed.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, not a problem. I just didn't want you to, you know what I mean? You know, I didn't know if it was a test or anything, or you just gave me too much. I didn't think I had that much in my wallet, that's all.
All right. Sounds good. Well, like I said, it must have been the Tooth Fairy.
All right, brother. I was just making sure, you know, because I am honest.
I appreciate it, man. All right. I'll talk with you later.
All right, my brother.
All right. Bye. I love that guy right there. I truly do. He's my top guy. And he just talks, you know. And, hey, God bless him, though. Calling me, thinking that I gave him an extra $50. That's the kind of guy you want to have around you. And I'm not being sarcastic saying that. I truly do mean that. The guy is a scholar and a gentleman. And you know what? He deserves an extra $50. I think I'm going to give him that tomorrow. Give him a little weekly bonus, even though $50 isn't shit for real. But anyways, Maya says, recount your money, Joe. I'm all right. I know I gave him the right amount of money because I only had the right amount of money to be able to pay everybody today, and I was able to pay everybody today, so it all worked out. Listening Fat, what's going on? What's your shout out to you? Shout out to everybody up in here, man. What you guys got planned for the weekend? I'm getting ready to go to a baseball game this evening. Spend some quality time with my wife. I came home early today. Somebody said, was I off today? I wasn't. Came home early, was playing with my son. Thought about doing the live stream off of my phone so that I could hang out with my son at the same time. But then I just didn't do that. So I did it from here. Now, here's something crazy. At least to me it is. I did the live stream yesterday. A lot of people tuned into that. That was really cool to see. And I go back and I'm looking at the live stream later on, realizing that portrait mode was not it, Chief. But one thing that I didn't realize, I completely forgot about, was I was doing a lot of live streams here on Joe Does Stuff last year. It was almost like kicking the bobo, except it wasn't. It was whatever we were doing here. Same type of feel, same she shed. We were doing a live stream. I went back and I watched some of those old live streams. They were great. So I'm trying to get back to that, and hopefully I'll be able to do so. And who knows? I want to be doing more streams regardless, more content regardless. Hence the fact 2 days in a row we're doing the stream. And I got a video for you guys today. And I think it's a pretty good one. Benjamin, what's going on? Keep grinding. Special shout out to you. Thank you very much. Anthony, what's going on? Ramen Soup 2023. I got to get back to the music. I miss it. I definitely miss it. How many people we got up in here? I can't tell. 123? Shout out to you guys on this Friday. Anyways, so what else is going on? Today was a really busy day for me, even though I got off super early. It was a really busy day. I had to go meet with a brand new property today. That meeting went exceptionally well. There's all sorts of video from that. You'll see that over the weekend. I got to go back to another property that we used to paint for that dropped us and then started calling us back. We're getting ready to be painting for them again. Interesting story in relation to that. They called me yesterday and they were like, hey, we've got a couple of units. Can you paint them? And I was like, yeah, sure. You know, I can get to them next week. Next week is a slack week for us. So we can definitely put them on the schedule for next week. They were like, yeah, I just want to let you know. This was the second in charge calling me from the property, who I've dealt with probably about 50% of the time when I was dealing with that property, I would either be dealing with the boss over there or I would be dealing with the person right underneath of the boss over there. So anyways, it was the person right underneath of the boss who had called me. And they told me, they were like, hey, I just want to let you know, the boss no longer works here. And man, did I want to ask a bunch of questions. What happened? Did they get fired? That was the first thought that came to my mind. Did they get fired? You see, because I had heard through the grapevine about this particular boss, that this particular boss had gotten fired a time or two ago from a totally different company for a totally insane reason. And, you know, the way that this story went was that supposedly somebody didn't pay their rent. And because they didn't pay their rent, this boss, now, I mean, this is a preposterous story, but this is just what I heard. Allegedly, this boss went into those people's apartment who didn't pay their rent and did something to stop their AC from working. I don't know necessarily what it did. Did they take the compressor out? Like, would they even know how to do that? Is there an on-off switch for the AC unit? In case you don't pay your rent, we're just going to flip that money off. No AC till you pay your rent. And allegedly, when they did this, they got caught red-handed doing so. Could you imagine? And then, trickle down, they got fired for that. So what's crazy about that whole story that sounds absolutely preposterous? It sounds ludicrous. But here's an interesting tidbit. Supposedly, at this property that they just no longer work for whatever reason, whatever happened, at this particular property, they've installed new thermostats in all of the units. These high-tech thermostats that allegedly can be controlled from the office. And when you think about that, that sounds like, it sounds insane. Don't pay your rent if you want to. You ain't going to have no AC is exactly what it sounds like to me. But when, we come back, we start painting at this property again after a long time of not painting there. Things have changed. New thermostats, new locks on the doors. Like they've gone real tech savvy over here. In a short amount of time, this all happened within about a year. One of the maintenance guys was telling me about these new thermostats because they were like, don't you get no paint on these new thermostats? I'm like, okay, yeah, we're not going to get no paint on the thermostats. They were like, yeah, those thermostats can be controlled from the office, right? And as I was hearing that, I thought back to the story that I had heard about this boss and getting caught, because I had heard this story a long time ago. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, that sounds like something they would do. Put in some new thermostats that can be controlled from the office. That way, if somebody doesn't pay their rent, we can just cut that money off. Damn, Dylan, shout out to you. That was a generous gift right there. I want to buy the crew some lunch. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll definitely do that. Shout out to you, man. Redskin Chris, APS for life. You better bet it. AK Sanders, crazy. Dwayne, oh, well, Perth is about to go sleep. Okay. Shout out to you. Nick, what's going on with you? Mike, does your wife still work in the apartment industry? She does not. She's a stay-at-home mom. We don't have the babysitter as much as we had at first. We realized we didn't need the babysitter as much, I know that there was a lot of comments about that whole situation. Why do we have a babysitter paying a babysitter full-time, only using them part-time? Yeah, we realized that was kind of a stupid thing to be doing too. We do got a babysitter from time to time, maybe once or twice a week. But my wife, no, she's no longer in the industry. They want her to come back. She gets phone calls at least once a month from companies wanting her to interview and go back. Yeah, Chad, for sure. Definitely good looking, Dylan. But anyways, getting back to this whole thermostat conversation and controlling this thing from the office. The maintenance man was telling me, he was like, don't get no paint on these thermostats. You know, these are high tech. They can be controlled from the office. And the reason why, this is what he was telling me. He was like, because when people like you, I'm like, what the fuck? What did you just say to me? The people like me. He was like, yeah, because, you know, when people like you painters, shit sounds derogatory. You can't call me. He was like, you know, when people like you, vendors, go up into these units, y'all like to crank the AC down to 64 and leave it there. And it'll be there for weeks. And we gotta pay for that power bill when nobody's living in there. And I'm like, you know, this sounds absolutely insane. This is not the reason why y'all did this. The reason why y'all did this is because if people don't pay their rent, y'all gonna cut their shit off. Oh, you ain't got no AC? By the way, did you realize that your rent was 3 days past due? Still ain't got no AC? You got a money order up there? If you got a money order up there, we might be able to make something shake. Joe, what's going on, man? Shout out to you. Keep grinding, Big Joe. Shout out Toledo, Ohio. Number 419. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you being up in here. So they've got these thermostats. They can be controlled from the office. And all of a sudden, now this boss no longer works at this property. And I don't know what happened. I wanted to ask. I really did. But I didn't. And I might get a chance to ask. You know, it was not really funny. But another thing that happened today while I was at the property, I didn't film about this. It was kind of a mundane thing. But interestingly enough, I was filming about this exact thing earlier today when I was on my way to go meet with this brand new property. Brand new property. And I mean that in every sense of the word. They're only 1 year old. They're just a little bit older than my son. Meaning they have just been constructed. They're only 1 year old. They're not even a year old yet. They're about to be a year old. And I get an email yesterday from them because somebody who works at this property used to work at a property that we painted for. So they referred us to there. So anyways, I get an email, hey, we need a painter and we need some drywall work. And I'm like, oh shit, as soon as I saw the name of the place, I knew exactly what it was. They even mentioned, you know, the woman's name who referred us there. I was like, that's super nice, you know, that they did this. So as I was driving over there today, I'm thinking to myself about how I'm going to price this. So I'm filming a video and I'm sharing with y'all in this video that I'm filming, you know, what goes into me coming up with the price. Do I have to provide the paint? Do you provide the paint? What is the extent of our painting duties? Do we have to go in there and take off outlet plate covers and put them back on? And I know that that sounds very mundane, like very trivial, but that shit takes time. You know, there's properties that we paint at where we don't have to do either one of those two things, take them off or put them back on. There's properties that we do paint for that we do have to do both of, take them off and put them back on. You know, do we have to provide the paint? Do we have to deal with the outlet plate covers? What is the extent of the painting work? Are we painting ceilings? You know, there's a lot of apartments that we paint where we don't touch the ceilings. It's not even required. A lot of times the ceilings are pristine. Sometimes they just need to be touched up. If we do have to mess with ceilings, that's a totally different beast and price. And then another thing, and it's going to sound very trivial, do you put the paint in the unit for us? Or do we have to go to some magical location, pick up the paint, put the paint in the unit, take the paint when we're done, back to the magical location? And I know that that sounds like that should be such a responsibility of ours. Most of the time, almost every single time, actually every single time, not even most of the time, every single time, we have to do that. But I have heard through the grapevine, this proverbial grapevine that there are certain properties that will put the paint in the unit for you. So, you know, all of these things go and will take the paint back when you're done painting because they don't want you in their maintenance shop or their garages, or they don't trust you, whatever the case may be. So when I get called back to this property that we used to paint at, where this boss got fired, and these thermostats can be controlled from the office, the email that I get from them says, hey, we need you to come back and paint. We've got a couple of units. We're going to put the paint in the unit for you. We're going to put in the sprinkler covers for you. And I'm like, holy shit, this has never happened before. So when I go over there today to check out the unit, I'm trying to sneak into the office and out because I see the maintenance guy in there. And I know that if he sees me, I know what's going to happen. So I'm talking with the lady. Hey, I saw the unit. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to paint this unit on Saturday. We'll be back tomorrow. As I'm leaving out of the office, I can hear the guy, hey, Joe. I'm like, fuck. He caught me. And I know exactly what he's going to say when he sees me. He says, hey, you don't really need me to put that paint in the unit for you, do you? And I'm like, you son of a gun. Nope. No, I got it. I'll take care. I know where the paint's at. It's my duty. Dale, what's going on? Shout out to you, man. Joe, what's up with that submarine? We want to see it. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Alex, what's going on with you? Shout out to you. The submarine imploded. Wow, both of those comments came back to back like that. The Clutch, sorry if I mispronounced your name, says the magical paint location. Yeah, like a paint locker or something like that. Maya says the paint fairy shack, the Jack Shack, so to speak. Jay says that's the dream property. You better bet it. If they go get the paint and they put it in the unit for you and they take it away, especially at a unit that's 3 stories and they don't have an elevator, and you're lugging paint up 3 flights of stairs. I did it in the IRL stream yesterday. That shit is no joke when you've got 2 5s and you've got 6 of those that you've got to bring up them stairs. Let alone do that shit by yourself. That sucks. It really does. But, yeah. So needless to say, we got to go get the paint for this unit that we got to paint tomorrow. And I went to a new property today. I saw their units. It's a beautiful, beautiful property. We're going to begin painting for them this upcoming week. Wait till you see it because it's all in video. That video will be coming this weekend. And you tell me if the price that I put together for this brand new property is suitable. It's pretty fucking high, to be honest. And, oh, that's my top guy. Still talking about that $50. He thinks that I slid him an extra $50, and I didn't. At least I don't think that I did. Did I? Shit. Nathan says, you ain't going to want to see what I got in my paint locker. Okay. 4 under or 44 under says, just don't buy them baseball tickets. Yeah, I learned my lesson from that whole situation. Anyways, there were some people who were asking about the submarine. Alex said the submarine imploded. Dale, what's going on? And again, a very special shout out to Dylan buying everybody lunch. That was super cool of you, man. So, I don't have the submarine out here. I should have had it out here for show and tell. All I've got out here is the box that it came in. So here's the box that it came in, okay? Here's the other box that was inside of the box. And the submarine is in the house somewhere. Now, you may have remembered I spoke about this briefly in a video a couple of weeks ago or something like that. Hey, I got this new remote control submarine. I can't wait to do some videos with it. The damn thing shoots 60 frames per second 4K. It's got, a really good camera on it. It's got a 300 meter, it's got a 300 foot tether on it, 150 meter tether. It's even got a robotic arm. The damn thing is so cool that I even filmed and never used the video. I never made it public. I did a whole unboxing video on this damn thing. This was right around the time of the Titan submersible implosion and all of that tragic stuff. I just had to get one of these things. There were all these videos that were popping up on YouTube about the submarines and the Titan the Titan, whatever it is, submarine. I'm watching all these videos. So then I start seeing videos on this remote control submarine. And people are going down to shipwrecks with this thing. And I'm like, holy shit, this is badass. Think of the content that I could make with something if I had this. I could go out there and try to find my damn drone that I lost. We got all sorts of shipwrecks and stuff right around. I'm surrounded by water. Alex, shout out to you. We love you, Joe. Thank you for all the moments you share with us. Well, I appreciate you being a part of all those moments as well. So I get the submarine and I take it out. So here's the deal. It's a new thing, right? It's like a drone. When drones first came out, the technology for them was pretty sophisticated, but it's definitely come a lot farther now than it was when DJI first started, releasing drones, right? They've gotten smaller, they've gotten smarter, they've gotten easier to use. Well, this 5-fish underwater drone that I've got, it's pretty new, and it's a pain in the ass to operate. It really is. It's scary to operate because you're like, oh my God, what if this thing gets snagged on something, first and foremost? It's hard as shit to figure out where you're at underwater. And the crazy thing is on the screen, because it hooks up to your phone just like a drone would, right? So you can see everything that it sees on your phone. It's got a little emblem in the corner, like a little picture of the ROV, and it kind of shows you like what direction the damn thing is in. But even with that, it's so easy to get confused. Like just because you can see that, you've got no idea where it actually is. You just see what position it's in. And then, I said to myself, this would be a great toy to have because I'm surrounded by water. I start taking the damn thing out, and the water around me is so freaking murky that, you can't see shit till you hit the ground, and then you kick up all this damn sediment, so then you still can't see shit. And it gets tangled up in seaweed, and it was just a real pain in the ass, to put it short. It's a pain in the ass to operate. It's a bitch to tote around. You're toting a submersible that's this damn big. It weighs about 20 pounds. The controller, the tether. I haven't been able to use it as much as I want to. My wife got it for me for a surprise. She saw I had it pulled up on the computer. It's an Ocean Gate drone. Yes, exactly. Probably a little safer. Probably a horrible joke right there. And anyways, I want to use it more than I have. I just haven't. You know why I like the little DJI Mini Pro 3 that I have? Because that thing is so fast to just unfold the wings, turn it on, and boom, you're in the air. You're hooked up to 28 satellites. The damn underwater submersible, it doesn't even have GPS. So you can't even see a map of where this thing is going. All you've got is this emblem showing you the direction that it's in. And like I said, it's super easy to get it lost. I haven't even put the arm on it yet to pick shit up off of the ocean. Off of the seabed. But I definitely need to use it more and hopefully be able to put together a pretty cool video. The water around me, though, is stupid murky. I would love to go out there and find something incredible in the water. My drone, a firearm, a bicycle, anything that would make for a hell of a video. I love my DJI drone. I love mine too. I really do. I can't pronounce your name. Duran is what I'm going to call you. I'm going to just say your last name, if that is your last name, because I can't pronounce the other part of it. Recyclo, probably didn't pronounce that no better. No work today, Joe. I got off early. I tend to get off early almost every single day. I was talking with Eli today, and he was like, he had said something. I was telling him about the new property and the meetings that I had, and he was like, you don't spray anymore. And I was like, you're damn right I don't spray anymore. I'm not going to spray. I shouldn't be spraying. I'll do drywall, but I shouldn't be doing any painting. My job is to make sure that we stay with work and try to keep things going as smoothly as possible. And even with the fact that I got off early today, we got 5 units going today. Everybody's working. Everybody's making good money. I'm making money. I went to a meeting with a new property. I talked with another property that we're starting to get back. So I've done my job. It's more, what's the word for it? It's more clerical at this point, as it should be. John says, any updates on Rabbit? I talked with Rabbit not too long ago. He was asking me about some work. I just don't got work enough for him. He doesn't have transportation. He's kind of out there for me to be getting to him to get him to work, and he's not a great painter. He's a good guy, great guy. He's a good worker, great worker. He's just not a good nor great painter. But, you know, I would love to be able to work him and all of that. But ultimately, I'm in a business where I need top painters who can paint and paint fast. Rabbit could paint. He couldn't paint fast, which was fine, you know, for a time or two or a couple of times that I was able to work him. But I just need to have top-notch painters. And I can't afford to just put everybody to work. This is a business with very tight margins. In order for me to see a profit, you know, we got to be doing a lot of work. And I can't afford to put an extra guy in there all the time. Sometimes I can. Just to be trying to work somebody. I hope that makes sense. But, yeah, I did talk with him not too long ago. And, you know, I could bring him out and talk about doing video stuff with him, but I don't want to do that. I showed him from time to time when I was doing Joe Does Stuff videos, and he was working with me just to showcase, hey, look, here he is. You know, he's doing good. He's working. But I don't want to be throwing the camera in anybody's face anymore, except for Eli's. I feel like Eli likes the camera. Everybody likes Eli too. And who knows? Maybe we could have like a paint crew IRL one day. Something like that. I can't pronounce your name. Jaeger, I got the last part of your name. It says, off early, you can't make bank sitting at home. Well, you can't make shit happen that's not there neither. I did everything that I needed to do today. I was out at the ass crack of dawn this morning, 7 o'clock. I'm not going to lie. I filmed about it. I was out at 7 o'clock this morning. I was at the paint store by 7:15. I got paint, loaded in a unit, went and checked on a unit. Oh, I didn't even get a chance to tell y'all about the other painters. But no, you're right. You can't make bank sitting at home. I did my work for the day. And now I'm doing more work. I'm doing this live stream, trying to balance the two, paint business, social media. I would love to become, and hear me out, this is going to sound so fucked up, I would love to become the next FouseyTube in the right way. I don't know if there is a right way. Just meaning, you know, for those of you who don't know who that guy is, you're probably like, who? For those of you who know who that guy is, you're probably like, yo, clip that. Joe wants to be the next FouseyTube. I don't think there's a right way that you could be that guy, but just meaning that, you know, he was streaming all of the time. Now, granted, all of his streams went horrendously wrong. I wouldn't want that aspect. I'd just like to be the next person who could stream all the time and run a business. Can I do a 24/7 stream while running a business? Jay Crawford says you don't want to become the next FouseyTube. I'm waiting for him to come out of the mental hospital. For those of you who have no idea who this guy is, he's a really popular YouTuber, or at least he used to be. Then he started streaming all of the time. And, he would go through all of these different things where he would disappear for times at a time, like long times at a time. And he would always come back with something different. And he had just recently came back saying that he had a $15 million live streaming deal. Nobody knows whether or not that was actually true or not. But he was streaming 24/7, basically acting like he had this deal. And a lot of things were going wrong in this guy's life. He's a 33-year-old grown man who really acts like a child a lot of the time. It's really sad. And he does a lot of dumbass shit. And it got so bad for him that now he's in a mental hospital. I don't know if this is all part of the show, but it damn sure is entertaining and interesting to follow. It certainly does. Jesus, Fousey. Alex says, are we going to war with the other painting company that stole those things? So those guys are no longer around. There was a big inspection that was to take place at this property. I get the inspection took place last Friday. That other painting company was there to paint closets. That other painting company is who I believe stole my shit. This painting company that is in there now painting a unit that we were supposed to paint that we couldn't paint on Monday, that they said they needed painted Monday because they had somebody moving in on Tuesday, and they lied to me about that. They bring in this other painting company who was in there all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday. And this morning, folks, we're talking 4 days later, they were still in that unit. So yesterday, and they're, like I said, a totally different company than who I believe stole my shit. We're not going to war with these folks. These folks pose absolutely no threat to us. They certainly can't get these units done in the timely manner that the property is going to want those units done in. And, they're just there. And let's just say, hypothetically, they got better and they were able to handle these units in a timely manner. Maybe we would consider going to war with them then, but not right now. Bing bong. I like that. So, look, yesterday we had a unit we had to paint at that same property. It was a 3-bedroom color change. You saw it. We were doing the IRL live stream from there. They, at that point, realized I was not the cleaner anymore. They probably realized, holy shit, this guy infiltrated our unit, claiming to be some cleaner. He's not the cleaner. He's the competition painter. And they had to know this because I parked right in front of their unit. It was the only place to park at. We're unloading all of this painting shit, walking right by them. So we did the 3-bedroom color change in 1 day. That was it. This morning, it was done. Nothing needed to be really addressed. I do a walkthrough in the video upcoming this weekend. You'll see it. The unit looked great. My guys knocked that shit out the park, and we looked so good doing that. I almost wanted to call the guy and be like, hey, just to let you know, that unit is done. But I felt like that would have been a little too much salt in the wound. Yesterday, I kind of really went in when I saw him. I was like, damn, y'all should have just let us paint the damn unit. I mean, if it's going to take these other people 4 or 5 days to get the unit done, y'all should have just let us paint it. It would have been done by now. But that's not what y'all did. Y'all wanted to go bring in somebody else. What you think? You can replace us? You think we These are all the things that I'm thinking that I'm not saying. I I said, you know, you kind of messed up. I did say this part. I said, you know, you kind of messed up. I said, you know, not really by bringing in another painter that can't handle these units, but by bringing in another painter that can't handle these units and letting me see that. Do you know how valuable you've just proven to me? You've you've opened my eyes. You've shown me that we're it. Oh, God. There I go, getting full of myself. Shout out to everybody up in here, man. We got 240 in here. We had 242. Now we got 240. What's going on? Shout out to you guys. Dan W. says, hey, Joe, I showed up late to the party, but you're here, though. You're here. All right. Let's have some fun. John, what's going on with you? I see you right there. Dylan, what's going on with you? Live streams and a couple videos a month. Most true fans would love. You are our Bob Ross. We chill just with your conversation, man. That's what I like. I really appreciate you guys for rocking with me on this thing. I'm going to try to do something. Hopefully I'm going to be able to do this. All right, let me see if I can do a little reaction. That's what I'd like to do. Oh, shit. All right. So I talked about this yesterday. I've talked about this a little bit today as well. I don't want to be on this. Go to, there we go. We can do it here. So I've talked about what I can do with this drone, right? Terrorizing people with the drone. And, you know, that has gotten a mixed result, a mixed response. Some people say, Joe, do it. It's going to be epic. You know, it's can't miss content. Like, you can't miss if you're sitting there pestering people with a drone. Other people are like, Joe, your drone's going to get broken. You know, it's probably borderline illegal. This is why drones are going to be illegal. You know, a lot of valid points are raised by this. But I'm still interested in it. Terrorizing people with drone. So, of course, yesterday I come home and I start YouTubing this. I want to know, is this even a thing? Right? Is it even a thing to do this with a drone? Now, I had mentioned that I had seen videos of people doing like crackhead hunting and meth head hunting with a drone and messing with people that way. I've seen that on like Instagram and TikTok, but I'm really curious, like, is this a thing? So anyways, let me see if I can find the videos. Here we go right here. Okay, easy. I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to hear this. Hopefully you guys are going to be able to see this. Let's make sure. God bless it. Okay, I gotta work on this real quick. Hold on one second. Yes, there it is right there. So then boom, I go like that. Bingo. All right. So I run across this video right here yesterday, and I thought that this was something of interest. It was one of the first videos that popped up when I Googled terrorizing people with a drone, and I see DJI FPV drone trolling black woman on beach. Of course, I had to watch this video. It's got 20,000 views, and let's just roll this footage and see if y'all can even hear this. First of all, there's really no reason for the audio. All right, so we got a drone. I guess these people are living on the beach. All right. Oh, shit, there it is right there. Damn, 247 people up in here. Shout out to you guys. Got it. Yeah, so the audio doesn't matter. The audio doesn't matter on this. I got it pulled up on my phone. All you're hearing are the fan blades. You're never going to hear like these people getting annoyed or anything. So there's the woman right there. She's in this hammock. There's another woman right here. There's people in this tent. Allegedly, doing nefarious acts. We won't get to that point there, but you can see the woman becomes irritated with the drone. They fly the drone up into the air, and they keep coming back, and they keep pestering this lady. And I'm not going to lie, it's a little funny. It's a little funny. They're really causing no harm, no foul. I mean, the drone's just there. The lady keeps getting annoyed with the damn thing. She keeps throwing shoes at it. You know, it's got 20,000 views. Is this the type of content people want to see, right? Oh, God. I don't know. There she goes, throwing a shoe at it right there. Throwing a shoe. I wonder if I can find the other video. Hang tight 1 second. Do me a favor, just sit tight. Yeah, let me see if I can find the other video that I saw. There was a better video than this that, here we go. Crackhead drone hunting. Let's watch this video. Okay, now this is just a little, oh shit, this is just a little, bear with me. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. I don't know if the audio is going to be any good on this. All right, we got a guy digging through the trash. Did he just pull that drink out of the trash and he was drinking? Oh, my God. He is curious. He's curious as to what this drone is doing right in front of him. He's probably wondering to himself, am I envisioning this? Is this a figment of my impaired imagination, or is this really taking place right now? There is a standoff taking place, a staring match taking place right now between him and this drone. Okay, now the guy he's tired of it. Okay, he's winding up. What is up with his shirt? Is that a sports bra that he's wearing? And I'm not sure what's on his head right there. If you're not telling me that this is gold right here, come on. Oh my God. I can see it now. Joe, this is horrible. You can't mess with people this way. This is why they're going to outlaw drones. You know what? They've got the Rocky music playing as well. Oh, my God. If this guy catches the drone, it's over with. What do you do if somebody knocks your drone out of the... Do you go confront? Hey, look, it was me. I'm sorry. It was a prank. You remember we used to play Murder or Less? I'm almost tempted to say, you know, what type of impairment is this guy dealing with? He looks like he's drunk. He's getting a kick out of this. It's something to do. You know, what else would he be doing right now? They caught him digging through the trash can, which is an unfortunate set of circumstances. Oh, God, we got another guy. Look at this camp. You better not get that drone stuck in the tree right there. He hears it. This guy's not going for it whatsoever. He's like, bring that damn thing down here. I'm going to knock that shit right out of the sky. You see them pots and pans I got in that kiddie pool? Oh, he's got rocks. Look at this. Is that a fire pit? Is that a burn pit he's got? Oh, boy, you got sticks. You better watch out with that. I would be scared to death. Oh, my God. Oh, no. I thought he was about to throw the damn cooler. He is irate at this point. Furious. Fuming. I would be scared to death to fly that close to that tree. Oh, they're zoomed in. They're not even that damn close. Oh, shit. It's a joke. Yeah, Maya says meth for sure. Lester says mental. And look, see, I wouldn't even go this route. I wouldn't be messing with homeless people or drug addicts. I think that is an unfortunate set of circumstances. I want to just follow normal people. No harm, no foul, but they got to know that the drone is there because you got to capture the reaction. The reaction is the priceless part of this. Let me turn this down. I don't want to hear all your music. Can y'all hear this? You probably can't, right? Look at this camp. Jesus Christ, where is this at? Is this San Francisco? Yeah, you better get that thing up out of there. This dude got an arm on him. It's actually not a bad little location where they're living at. It looks like Arizona, maybe. You got some mountains back Oh, no, I see some civilization. That's a mean house that they got set up right there. A mean living situation. She ain't got no shoes on. She's pissed. How did they do this in portrait mode is another question. I didn't know that you could do portrait mode on a drone. Lester says why it's entertaining. Mass One says follow Bill Gates, swarm him. What the hell is he even throwing rocks at? The drone's over here. Oh. They built a pallet house. Look at all those Walmart shopping carts they got right there. It looks like they're probably living behind a Walmart. And again, not to make fun of their situation whatsoever. I see a Lowe's flat cart over there as well, so they could be in some kind of a shopping complex. Looks like they almost hit the drone right there. Ooh, boy, you almost got that. Oh, shit. Look at this. Oh, my God. They got a four-wheeler over there. You know that shit's stolen. Yeah, I know. Oh, my God. Does he got a gun? What the hell does he got? He damn sure does got a gun. Boy, don't let him be shooting. Oh, my God. And he's shooting at the drone. He's got horrendous aim. God only knows where that bullet landed at. Is it a cap gun, BB gun, airsoft? Or is it a real firearm? Oh, shit, he hit it. Damn, he hit the drone. That was a real, hey, boy, he had that fire pow right there. Okay, anyways. So enough about all of that. I just wanted to share. I thought that, there could be something to it. You let me know what you think. Horrendous idea, Joe. I want to do it. I watched another video yesterday, and they were literally just flying the drone around normal people. And normal people were either like scared to death or laughing at it, flicking it off, trying to throw things at it. Look, no harm, no foul. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to invade anybody's personal space to a certain degree. I think that would be the worst that you're doing with this. And then uploading these videos to YouTube, you're filming people. They are in public. You have no right to privacy in public or something along them lines. I don't necessarily know what the law is on that. I just want to try it. Gosh, I want to try it. I want to have so much fun with the drone. I want to use the drone for everything that you can do drone shit with. Now, another idea that I had with this, and this is taking it a step further, was thinking, look, there's attachments that you can buy for the drone, whether we're talking about like release things. I don't want a release thing. I don't want to be dropping water balloons on people. Wait. That's an assault charge right there. I want to get an intercom system for the drone. They've got to have one, right? There's got to be some kind of an intercom system that I can put on the drone, attach to my phone, and be able to talk to people from the drone through my phone. That rhymed. What if we could talk shit to people with the drone? Hey, what's up, sucker? You ain't gonna do shit. Yeah, you see me right here flying around. I'm hovering. I'm watching everything you doing. You a punk ass. Could you imagine? Oh, shit. That's Eli. Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, man, we done already. So.
Okay. Well, everything's put away?
Everything is in the cleaning. Everything is in the away, and everything is right.
Okay, good deal. All right, I'll text you in the morning time where we're going to be at, all right?
Sounds good.
Okay, go enjoy your evening, and I'll talk with you in the morning, all right?
Okay, so you bet to the game tonight, no?
No betting tonight.
Shit, man, I tell you, bet 100 for me, bro. Maybe I got lucky.
Yeah, not tonight. I'll let you know, though, when I find one that I think is going to be a winner.
All right, man.
All right, I'll talk with you tomorrow.
All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.
All right, bye. Shout out to Eli right there. Yeah, we get an intercom for the drone. We talk to people through the drone. Now, not just talk shit to them because, that's its own set of circumstances right there. We got to be able to hear their response. So not only does it have an intercom system on it, it's got to have a listening, a receiver on it as well. So we can talk shit to people. They can talk shit back. They want to fight the drone. That's how you know you've made it if they want to fight the drone. They'll be throwing shit at it regardless. But more important than that, we could be like, this is so, freeze, police, you're under arrest. Stop. You're trespassing. Stop. Police are on their way right now. We could make them feel like they're in Minority Report, for God's sakes. Something along them lines. Riley, shout out to you. Damn, this thing is delayed big time. I mean, literally, as I'm watching the playback on my computer screen right here, we're just looking at the footage of going to the beach. How is this that far back? Chasing the lady on the beach. Damn, this thing is super delayed. It cannot possibly be that damn delayed. All right, anyways, my neighbors got their dogs outside. I think I got to get ready to wrap this thing up. We've been on here for about an hour. I think this was a super good stream, just talking about stuff. Spent a lot of time talking about the drone situation, and regardless, hey, it's just an idea. Whether it happens or it doesn't happen, what's the worst that could happen? Knock on wood, for God's sakes. That is a horrendous thing to say. Lester says, have a badge dangling from the drone. Yes, something along them lines. Now we're impersonating a police officer. Shit can go horrendously wrong in that regard. What if we were pestering people with the drone and the police showed up and then we started pestering them? Then we got to get the drone up out of there and get away, but we've got a video which is a complete case against us. Oh, shit. Yeah. Mass One, thank you for letting me know that it's not that delayed. I don't know what's going on this playback. Maybe it's just like rendering or some shit. I don't know. The playback here has got to be different than what you guys are actually seeing. But look, Jeremy says, what happened to your videographer, Joe? I forgot that dude's name. I forgot Jeff. That was his name. Oh, Jeff. I don't know what happened with that guy. He kind of just disappeared. Not even really kind of just. He literally just disappeared. I know that he had his own set of agendas for what he wanted to do. Of course, he wanted to do social media and YouTube as well. He was also going to help me with After Prison Show, and we had a lot of conversations about him going out there and helping to find new blood for that channel. But he was working with one particular guy during the time that he was working with me. And I don't know, like literally the last time that I had a conversation with him, he was texting me, telling me, hey, I'm going to go work with this guy today. And that was the last time that I ever heard from him. There was never any kind of like ill will or any kind of bad blood between us or nothing ever going wrong. He just disappeared. I would have loved to have kept him around, but I honestly couldn't afford him. That's another mouth to feed, essentially. And it was cool for the one time that we did the one thing that we did, or the two videos that we did. He certainly was good at filming, and it added a lot to the videos. But to be honest, even if I could afford to keep him around, was I honestly going to be able to maintain creating epic content on a daily basis that was different from the day before? And that was another thing that I got to thinking about, like longevity-wise, it was going to get monotonous real fast. We do the same thing day in and day out, just a different apartment. Sometimes we get lucky and we see some crazy shit up in these apartments. But for the most part, we don't. And it's pretty mundane. So, yeah, he just ghosted. No real rhyme or reason. That's just how it be sometimes. I think to myself, had I been more popular, the videos had been getting more views, he probably would have stuck around through hell or high water. But, I'm just an everyday Joe now, and I ain't got no problem with that. An everyday Joe that thinks outside the box and thinks autistically at times, not artistically, but autistically at times, for new ideas and of new ideas. And I'm always thinking, always trying to push the envelope. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. Shout out to everybody who took the time to rock with me on this. I hope that this was a stream you guys enjoyed. I got a video coming in just a little bit. So it's going to be content upon content. And I'm happy to be able to get back to that. I'm not smoking. I'm not on the Vraylar anymore. I'm just high on life and on the content. It really does make me feel good and gives me a sense of purpose to be able to create this content and share it with you guys. You know, it gives my life even more meaning than it already has from, you know, being a father and running a business. This is the hobby that I was missing. Making me not feel as fucking bored as I had been feeling for a long time without this content. So you guys have a great one. Have a great weekend. Hopefully I'll get a stream in over the weekend as well. We'll chop it up some more, and I'll have a video for y'all in just a little bit. Take care. I'll talk with you soon. And until then, until next time,